And I think that works. That works here for BTR.
So,
It's going to come down to execution, though. I feel like both of the drafts, they have their win conditions set. But who's going to be able to pull it off, execute on this game plan better?
I don't know. This is the second time we've seen the Hellcurt being played, right? In MPL ID regular season.
Third time.
Third time. So what do you guys think about this? It can potentially be able to take out Clint and Cecilian in that backline, but other than that, will it be a good pick?
My personal opinion is that EVOS has the better draft if Bigetron does not have that Eve. We've seen again and again that in the late game, that Eve has more than enough damage with the remote manipulation to zone away Cecilian and Clint in the late game. So
no way.
We'll just have to see.
Wait. You telling me you can use the skin now? That's the one. That's the 5151 skin.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to dive into game number 2, where we might see the new 5151 skin. And EVOS Legends, they're looking to close it off with a clean sweep. No, it's not. Come on, producer. This is not the 515.
That was such a troll. Mirko's very disappointed right now. As we can see here, Key is actually getting really aggressive onto EVOS Legends.
I cut Arashi off for that one, man.
Well, here's what's interesting though. There is a lane swap coming in from...
Oh, you're right.
Which team did the swap?
Bigetron. 1-1 is in the XP lane.
They're trying to make sure that the range advantage will be able to be used to bully anti-mage and shut them down in the early game perhaps. So far, it seems to be working per se, but in the other side, Repo going up against Clover on the Clint, there's more burst potential there, so this might be a very big brain lane swap.
Yeah,
it's a good one.
Huge. It's huge. It's a good one as well. You're completely right here, but we'll see how it will fare because Repo is going to be behind in terms of range, but he has the burst to be able to bully Clover in that lane, especially now that Dreams has rotated towards that area, putting a little bit more emphasis, more support onto Clover.
In the mid lane though, you do see that a lot of pressure is exerted on Skrite actually, but with the Purify, he's able to escape. And Bigetron Alpha, they're trying their best to use the early game aggression they have to make something happen.
Man, I forgot to mention that the Cecilian is actually a signature pick for Skrite, so he's really good at the Cecilian, but Versick.
Oh, Match is going to get dove on right there. First blood picked up by EVOS as Key comes down to the bottom side. The swap has not been good. Matt losing out in a 1v1 against a melee hero in the XP lane.
Well, there was a gank as well, so EVOS Legends know exactly what they want to do, and right now Anti-Mage goes aggressively.
Oh my god, Anti-Mage is winning out of the 2v1 as Dreams follows it through. What the heck was that? Anti-Mage showing his Season 3 form here.
I miss this Anti-Mage. I've been waiting to see it for a very long time. I mean, the last time I saw that much potential from Anti-Mage was what, MSC last year? But now we'll see EVOS Legends with a 500 gold lead. Can they carry on through with the pressure that they have here in the early game?
If they want to rely on Anti-Mage, that Thanos pick in the early game is so strong. Dreams gets chunked low, but Fersic makes his move.
There you go. That's the execution from the side of Fersic. He goes for the Retribution and say bye-bye to Key. That's him burning down with a bloody Retribution pop from EVOS Legends, and Fersic 2-0-0, 100% kills on to this man.
Did you see Key smack onto the wall?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he was just trying his best to get out.
Nobody saw that. He was trying to get Natalia.
It's alright. It's okay. But now EVOS Legends with a 1,000 gold lead, they really are pushing up the tempo. They have a lot of pressure here in that turtle pit. Let's see what they can do.
Max is still going for this. Circle equally connected, and Anti-Mage once again in the 1v3. He's able to take so much damage and pops the Vengeance. He buys enough time for Fersic to jump to the back line and get the killing spree. The Bad Impact connecting onto Key, and Fersic gets 4 out of 4 kills from EVOS Legends. Wow!
My oh my, EVOS Legends really stepping up their game here in game number 2. 2,000 gold lead in the 3rd minute. This is so different to game number 1, where Bigetron Alpha actually had the upper hand in the earlier stages of the game. But this is and has been just EVOS Legends.
We talked about the side lane presence being massive, and this is just stellar from Anti-Mage. He's able to draw all the attention away, survive with the Vengeance, and as you can see, Fersic just comes in and cleans up.
Look what they're doing, Arashi. They're not following through the game plan, and Matt, he lost so hard in that XP lane that he is forced to go back to the gold lane. But at this part, wait, Max goes in for the damage with the I'm Offended connecting, but I do want to explain this. Arashi, with him going up top, he has a significant gold disadvantage against Clover. Clover is going to deal so much damage.
Not to mention, Repo is going to be 1v1 against Anti-Mage, who has 3 kills. We did talk about how Direct can do a lot of damage to these beefier heroes, but if you're up against Anti-Mage's Thamus, I think we have to see Repo prove himself in that matchup.
And now Key is forced to babysit that gold lane. So they're -1 in terms of resources if they want to go for any neutral objectives on the board. But it does seem like the next turtle will spawn in that top lane. So perhaps, it might not be as bad as we think.
Well, Repo goes in for the 1v1 against Anti-Mage and he wins out in the trade. That's what the Dairon's supposed to do here.
no.
The match is going to get collapsed on. First, jumps over the damage and that's going to be the bad impact, sniping him down. He gets out, but Key has been taken down. That's going to be a lot of turret gold popped in that top side. And again, like you mentioned, no winning lanes. Repo is 1 level below Anti-Mage and he's just going to be able to zone him away. He cuts the waves as well. Repo can't lane. Matt can't lane. Bottle is the only hope for BTR.
And so far, Bottle isn't able to do too much because Kride is actually putting up a fight as well, as it seems like Bottle may be caught in a bad situation.
He is alone right now, and the dive is coming in from EVOS Legends. But with that superior range, Bigetron Alpha, as we mentioned, still has a chance to make something happen. But speaking of no winning lanes though, the Sicilian from Kride has been scaling without too many issues. So the longer this game drags out, that Sicilian is going to be even more of an issue for Bigetron Alpha.
3,000 gold lead, guys. It's insane. And I'm quite surprised because as I know of this upcoming meta, this current meta, sorry, is that D-Roth is one of the strongest laners in that 1v1 situation. And we've actually been stood corrected. Thamos can actually win in that lane against D-Roth. So that's actually a huge development coming in from EVOS Legends as Versik goes in.
I feel like it is still better, but he goes in, but I'm offended now. Max going in for the retribution. He gets it, but first he jumps in onto 4 members right now. That's going to be a lot of damage placed from the side of Bottle with the real world manipulation. And Matt doesn't get to fly. Versik backs up. BTR pick up the objective, but on the other side, Anti-Mage. Being Anti-Mage, this is the Anti-Mage that we all come to love. He pops in for he goes in for a 1v3, and he zones them away from the purple buff. He goes for a cut. He doesn't back away. Oh man, I miss this Anti-Mage. He is so aggressive. And look at the time he's buying. He pops the Vengeance of 1v3 here in the bottom side. And he still keeps on going. Anti-Mage buys so much time and they're able to pick up an objective up top.
Wow, another objective into the hands of EVOS Legends just from the amount of time he was able to buy. But Versik looks like he was going in for a kill, but unfortunately no commitments just yet. But all the meanwhile, EVOS Legends once again picking up another objective on the board. 3,000 gold lead. What have they been able to secure here, Rashi?
There's only a Bloodlust Axe on Anti-Mage, and he's able to just sustain so much throughout those fights. He's able to 1v3 with the help of that Vengeance. Right now, Kride has finally completed the Lightning Truncheon on top of the Clock of Destiny, so he's gonna do a lot more damage. Dreams is itemizing for physical damage, so if they all jump towards Bottle, and Bottle doesn't get to fully channel his ultimate, EVOS Legends, their itemization is on point.
Wow, it's just insane to see EVOS Legends really dominating Bigetron Alpha. And remember, this isn't Luminaire, this isn't Wrecked, it's Dreams as well as Kride. So the juniors have actually really stepped up right now for the side of EVOS Legends, really giving Bigetron Alpha a really tough pill to swallow in the sense that for the moment, for the 7 minutes that we've been watching, that we've been witnessing, is that they have been outclassed in terms of macro. I mean, look at all that pressure from the side of EVOS Legends in all of those 3 lanes.
Yep, for the most part, Bigetron Alpha, they were attempting to go for a 5v5, right, a front-to-back composition, but with how things are playing out, that seems to be even more and more of a bad idea. So if Versik can just go into the back line, Clover will start out damaging Matt because he's not doing very well at all right now. He is going to get a bit more gold, but EVOS, they just recall on the faces of Bigetron. They're just shoving it into their faces, man.
At this point, right, they can do whatever they want. And Bigetron Alpha, they can't really punish EVOS. They don't have the resources, levels, or gold to compete in the team fights. Lord has spawned Anti-Mage. Again, just being himself. I feel like even if he goes in for a flicker, I'm offended combo, it won't kill him. Just gonna buy a little bit more time for them to come back in the game. EVOS Legends are controlling this Lord really, really well. Bigetron Alpha trying to open up the map, but again, Anti-Mage, the claws connecting.
Oh.
Max has to go in, but look at the back line there. Max is going in for nothing. He gets taken down, Lord as well. Anti-Mage survives and baits 3 members into the team. Clover flickers forward. First, he's trying to get the kills now as he pops the ultimate. Key taken very low. That's going to be Circle the Eagle and the Wisp almost taking Key down. Matt does not get the weakness points. A free Lord and a 1-for-0 for EVOS.
Wow, 5,000 gold lead, almost a 5,000 gold lead. A Lord on the way in that top side, and another neutral objective in these turrets. It's huge. EVOS Legends, they're playing it so well. And Kride, once again, the Sanguine Claws always connects. This isn't an easy skill to do, but for some reason, he's always able to land these on the prio target, and the rest of the team are there and are very quick to follow.
With that Divine Glaive, the damage coming from Quite is insane. They don't have the range advantage because Bottle is on the Yeef, but they are able to use that Lord fight to try and bait Bigetron Alpha into a weird fight. They almost got 4 members out of it. Unfortunately, they didn't, but they are not going to make a play for the turrets.
Oh my god, they go for the I'm offended onto Fairsick, and he's the one who picks up a kill. Anti-Mage cutting 2 lanes right now, and I don't think anyone will be able to take him down. He's just taunting them at this point. Jumps out, and my goodness, 7-2. Bottle gets one shot, forced to flicker out. Complete and utter dominance from the Tigers.
How do they have so much damage already? But oh, look at this.
Again, Key goes for the I'm offended play. The real world manipulation has been popped by Bottle. The zone away the members. This is a desperate attempt to save the game. But in 10 minutes, EVOS were able to take the turrets down in the bottom side and that top side. BTR are lost.
Look at that gold lead, guys.
8k right now. That is a significant gold lead. And you can just see it from the damage output from both these teams. Only one bad impact is chunking everyone to half HP, and they have no solution. If they jump on Krite, he'll be able to survive.
Oh my god, Anti-Mage versus everyone! And he made so many abilities here. Krite sealed into the damage, the bad impact not connecting, but Clover almost just takes Max down. A 1-for-1 right now as Matt goes in for the damage onto the weakness points, but it's going to be Fairsick jumping in to pick up the double kill. Bigetron Alpha on full defense mode right now, but the base is simply going to be targeted here. EVOS don't care about the kills. They'll take an easy victory. 2-0. Brutal for BTR.
2-0, a big slap in the face for Bigetron as well, as, you know, Dreams was a part of Bigetron and he wasn't played a lot, and now that he's actually moved, he won it against Bigetron. I feel like that's a little personal from the side of EVOS Legends.
What a stellar performance, man.
Wow.
We talked about how EVOS, their main weakness is being overhyped, making mistakes, but in these past 2 games, they made little to no mistakes, man. And it's great, as we mentioned, to see Anti-Mage back in tip-top shape. That is insane.
This is the first time since Season 7 that BTR has lost in the regular season to EVOS Legends. Actually, since Season 6.
Wow.
That's a